Vayne ban is interesting because that means they let the lock through. Is that something we're going to be seeing come in for Shanks? I don't think so. I don't know if Heru really wants to pick up a lock game either. So imagine that might have just been them testing the bans from TT and saying, okay, will you let it through? Will you even give it up? It's going to be AL who instead first picked the Ezreal. I think is a very, very smart takeaway. I am expecting for ThunderTalk to take something like a Kaisa or a Sivir here. Just give yourself a strong team fighter and allow for On to neutralize any kind of lane.
Yeah, give him the carry sticks too. The Ezreal was banned away last game, so beautifully opened for AL here. Nautilus going to be the first pick for TT.
Nautilus, Pantheon, letting them see a little bit more of the draft. Also taking the Pantheon away from Tarzan. Smart decision. Now you have strong engage, right? I think that has been the backbone of this ThunderTalk team, is just making sure you have abilities to actually start and create fights. Nautilus Pantheon, to me, is the perfect way to do that. So I like this. And I think, funnily enough, Breathe taking Gnar is kind of what I want to see, because Mbessa's already gone, so Keshi can't play this match. He can't play Mbessa into Gnar anymore.
This is why they brought Breathe in. This is what they signed him for. My man just went Rocky on him. He's got his Gnar. What are you going to do? No, I do want to see what they kind of pair up with these solo lanes here. I always love Breeze's Gnar. I think it's super consistent. Want to see what he can do in those team fights. We saw just in a previous series they can really turn things around in the later part of the game. We'll see if we get one of Tarzan's deck of cards here with the Vi. It's been something he's really been willing to highlight as well. It's going to be the Skarner, the one that I really like, and the one that I saw him cost his team the game when they were in semifinals of LPL 2023.
Well, guess what? He beat BLG just the other day on this champion.
Yep.
So
well, and that was also previous Skarner before he got reworked. So.
Yeah, that's true. I am sad, Lennon. I see a Jace, and part of me wishes this was actually a Varus. Like, give the Varus over. I know Keshi has not played a ton of Varus games. Let me actually just check real quick. He has not played a Varus game this year. I actually would have liked to have seen him potentially flex it, and if you don't want it, you can give it over to On. Because, yes, the Sivir ends up getting banned, but now I see what AL have, and even if it's not a Skarner, or if it was a Skarner instead of what I thought was going to be a Vi, I actually think Olaf would have been really good here in this spot. So going for the Jace just means you're going to have a little bit more range. To me, almost screams like we want to play a poke kind of game. So maybe ThunderTalk tend to index that with what is going to be their mid and 80 carry pick here.
God, and if Lock just continues to be left open, I have to think that Shanks wants a crack at it. I'm just imagining the combos that are possible on top of 3 impaled people. Like, it could be insane. It could be legendary.
Yep.
See if he's willing to go for that one, though, as we're looking for what is going to be left for counter pick for TT.
Syndra, good. Okay, so we are going to be playing range. Stopping what is currently... Ezreal is a long-range champion, but he does need frontline, and Gnar plus Skarner isn't the best. So I like this for ThunderTalk. I think it gives them options to be able to make things happen in the game. You also just have strong laners. Again, another pairing that we saw from last game. Rumble plus Victor, good laners. Jace plus Syndra, typically very good laners. Into Sylas, as long as Sylas doesn't take very bad trades, I think taking Electrocute or even Arcane Comet makes this champion so deadly to deal with in mid lane as a Syndra.
And I'm just going to shout out, it's a little bit, aging myself, but I know all of our mid laners in the LPL play melee mids, it feels like. But Shanks has been one of the key melee mids. It's glad to see his Sylas back in action and still being proficient with it. I want to see what it could do against this comp with all these ults to steal, as the Rel is the final pick for AL.
So what is the mid lane, or what is the 80 carry here for On? Because you don't have access to Sivir. If you're still going to go Varus, I'm kind of sad. I really wish you would have just picked Varus in the position of Jace. You could have ended up with the exact same draft, just giving yourself more options. But hey, we have now what I think personally is maybe a slightly winning bot lane here for ThunderTalk. You have good lanes. I'm going to wait till the lock-in. Because we've already seen one Gnar mid.
Yeah, and we've seen Jace bot.
We have seen Jace bot. I don't think we're getting it this game.
You don't think On's ready for it, dude? That's
I think
rad,
Jace bot
man.
versus Ezreal Rel is actually good, but you know, that's just,
looks like it's gonna be stock standard here at least for TT. So pulling away from it, Alk, give me the brass tacks. How are we feeling about TT in game 2? Do they have a chance?
I think they have a chance, and it would feel really good for him to get another best of 5 win.
It's cool to see the different levels of veterancy between the teams, but now it is all about what happens on the Rift. AL versus TT game 2. They're still there, Alk. They're still there. We got a little level 1 action coming through from Feather. Well, really taken back to Classic here. Wonder if he's been playing any of that. But we'll see. TT have a lot on their plate here, as both supports had made plays towards top lane.
Yep, this is what you got to do. Unfortunately for Keshi, until Kael shows, this matchup is really tough. Also went for the Electrocute in this matchup, which is interesting because it means that he's going to be maybe a little squishier, but he's going to have better all-in. Kael sneaks through, doesn't get spotted. Both supports, you can see the pings on the minimap. They know, all right, we're probably not going to get our supports till early. It means that Hope will get level 2 faster, but Feather will be here for at least the next wave and a half.
Now we see some of the extra poke that the Arcane Comet brings through for the Varus. We don't get to see Varus in the bot lane as often these days, it feels like. Mostly played as the counter into the top lane, as Breathe is just beautifully executing some of the vision through the bushes there. Both of them taking heavy trades in the early game.
I was scared there, man. I was like, okay, when is he going to hit level 2, though? Because the minions are all there, but Keshi hitting level 2. He's also controlling the wave. It's going to be on his side. For this top lane matchup, see if Shanks gets soloed. Pantheon could come top after the wave pushes back out, so he's going to crash this wave on top lane. He'll have the option either recall or set up when the wave comes back to him. This could be really tricky, so how Tarzan and Junhao navigate, this could really, really impact this solo lane matchup.
And a little bit of a difference from that game number 1 is they are pathing the same way this time. So there will be a contest, be it over top lane, be it over Scuttle, or if one of them decide to back down and go for the split of Scuttle on the other side of the map. Oh, connects the Epicskillshot, duck, goes for the flash play, and the solo follow from Shanks. AL in the mid lane.
That's the tough part about this matchup into Sylas as Syndra. It's when and where you channel your Scatter the Weak. Because if you do it before he throws his E, as we saw right there, you can buffer the entire thing, basically, and get sent right back in. Losing the flash on Syndra is even more tough to play against. And now I look at the pathing, I'm Heru, I'm saying, cool, so I teleport back into mid, I have no flash, and if I try to push this next wave, Skarner is probably going to be on top side here. He can come in from one side, I have to ward down towards my jungler, I can't step up back into this wave. It's really good for AL to start.
And now they can potentially go contest for the other Scuttle. They have pushing bot lane out. The Scuttle's going to be started by Junhao. He should be able to smite this one away fast enough. Looks like the AL members are not going to move over just yet. Junhao will get his at least little piece of the pie here as we take a look back with the directed cam solo kill for the mid laner of AL.
Wonderful buffer. That's literally all of this matchup. It's so nice to see. Good job from Shanks, who just recently got his first career pentakill on this champion. First career pentakill, comma, on Sylas. So I'm super impressed with I continue to be impressed with what Shanks has done so far, even if he's maybe not the flashiest mid laner that we have here in the LPL. His consistency this last 17 months has been one of the best.
Yeah. It's been cool, and it's been something that obviously AL have taken a little bit of pride in building around as well, because he has been there, it feels like, since the start, and a lot of these members, obviously, except for Breed. So it's cool to see them continue to build around and get to see some of the shades of what brought Shanks into the Tier 1 scene in the first place, and some of his melee mid specialization. Still, though, I have never seen Tom Holland and Shanks in the room at the same time, so I don't know. Do with that what you will.
Tom Holland, you're looking a little... I never met Tom Holland. I'm not surprised. I just didn't think he'd be so Chinese.
It's true. That's what the mask hides, you know, when he puts the Spider-Man mask on.
I don't think that's true. I think I've seen enough Spider-Man in Avengers movies to know he doesn't.
Okay.
He might not. He's looking. I think that Shanks could probably speak a little bit more English than Tom Holland could speak a bit of Mandarin. That's just gonna be my.
Well, that's a content idea, Tom Holland. If you're for some reason enlisting
if you're
listening,
yeah, reach out. Let's link. Let's link.
Yeah. We'll take a look back at the map state. It is going to be the re-clears for both junglers. Still a small advantage there for TT in the top side, but kind of counterbalanced by the mid lane matchup. This could start to become a little bit more rumbling of some fights here with the junglers both getting really close to level 6. I want to see Junhao focus on those side lanes. Try to punish overextensions if he can.
It's hard. I think the only lane you're really going to be able to punish is top lane, and so far Keshi has had this guy at his turret down 10 CS. I think you're fine as Gnar, right? Like the game hasn't exploded. You got a kill in mid lane, that was a solo kill, and now you're setting up for a dragon. I think you're really happy as AL in this spot, who have basically neutralized most lanes, and the lane that you were maybe worried about is doing completely fine.
Ooh, gets the flash. That's big. Flash advantage in the top lane for Keshi. Don't think he's going to get any love from Junhao.
Because
does he need to?
Like, yeah, I think you do. Like, look at where Kael has spent a lot of time in this game, particularly sitting in this tri-brush or near this tri-brush. It opens up a ton of vision. He's still in XP range, and now you can just invade. Junhao gets no access to his camp. He's not going to hit level 6 unless he smites away one of these camps.
I'm not going to lie, I loved watching Kael pick apart the Enchanter meta for the LPL, but damn, it feels good to watch him play Engage again. I love the way he positions. I love the way he plays the map itself as well. It just enhances his play style a little bit, and right now he's just putting a vice grip on the bot lane for TT.
I'm shocked that we didn't see AL start Dragon there. Maybe they just didn't have the conditions. I look at Shanks, who is kind of low on mana, and I'm like, okay, maybe there wasn't a spot for them to go for it. I see that Tarzan before this was 18 out of his jungle camps, so basically he has his upgraded smite, and Junhao was at 21. He would have had to do wolves and then walk in.
Oh, here we go.
That side lane play, okay.
Ooh.
He canceled a recall from Breathe. It looks expensive, but it's another wave that he's not going to have access to, and he doesn't have teleport. So Home Guards is nice. Probably just going to buy Keshi a recall here. Oh, and he stayed.
He's going to stick around, make sure to get the wave. Realizes there's not going to be any more threat coming from TT besides Keshi. And going to try to scoop up a little bit back here as he is down about 20 CS versus Keshi. It's nice to see in a solo lane.
Yeah, Keshi's doing good. This is not a TT game at all. I guess I said that Keshi would get solo killed at the start of most starts of every game. I'm not feeling charitable enough to say that Heru gets solo killed every game, but you know, if you really smudge the numbers, if you squint a little bit, you can like every solo lane from a solo lane from ThunderTalk gets solo killed in every game.
Carpet statement, so, you know, blanket statement, not carpet statement. Grubbies have been started up under vision here, so Tarzan will just do this in plain sight. No counter for the dragon on the other side, so the dragon's still up, still available if AL want to transition as Shanks goes in. It's the Abscon on Duck, but you got to be careful because Heru was setting up for the power unleashed. Goes for the scat of the week. The flash play from Junhao, but the flash returned by Shanks. The damage, not enough. He's healing. The spear! Ooh. He is able to abscond away from the Starlight Spear from Junhao, and that is going to be tough to watch for TT.
Yeah, when that stun lands, and now Heru, I mean, okay, he lands a scatter of the week.
Oh, but Kael.
We can't stop him.
He's just waiting. He's just playing with him. He misses everything. Okay. That's the flash from Heru, though, and that will be worth it.
Good enough, because this play's already gone bad for ThunderTalk. He invested double summoners. You got the flash out. What happened in the play?
Oh, my God. He died.
Kael landed a hell of a lot of damage.
Okay, flash.
No, he doesn't. I was going to say, we're still 1-0. We're still 1-0. Don't get too hypey now. We're not
Numbers,
there yet.
What do they mean now?
Numbers are for me to look at, and you to, you know.
They're like pretty decorations. We're not
even allowed to do math. We're not even allowed to do math on stream most of the time.
Not allowed. It's official. But hey, that dragon still being up is very interesting because we are going to get some late dragon stacking if we are to get that at all. But TT want to make a proactive play. They have the play, the flash, the depth charge, but here comes Tarzan. The flash play from Keshi. Keshi's looking to get it, but it's going to be Feather that picks it up. Now the Impale comes through in the reinforcements. The Metal Cavalry is coming for AL as the TP comes through. It's going to get him out of there at least. Keshi survives. Feather is the sacrificial lamb, and that's AL trying to get something back off of TT's play.
That's kind of legendary. I feel bad for ThunderTalk because what's going to happen now is Hope is going to trade maybe 2 plates. Needs to be careful. He doesn't have flash.
Oh,
dodges that out.
Oh, but the flash from Kael, it's too dirty. It's going to be the Grand Starfall that might have just delivered Junhao to his death. Tries to get some damage back onto Shanks. Here comes Heru, but he gets stopped in transition by Tarzan, and it just feels like we're honestly playing Rip Bout. We have reaction spells. We got everything coming out here on Summoner's Rip.
It's a full-on showdown, and it's full-on combat as well. Few kills plus going in over AL. I think that is a good thing to happen for them because Heru has been like moving out of lane, but he's not getting into the CS because he's been stuck in river. Breathe ends up kind of like the kill going over to Feather. I think is literally worst case in this entire play.
It absolutely is. Hope actually playing very aggressively on a Keshi there. Needed to be very careful though, because his health bar will not sustain the damage that Keshi can do, especially with the build he's going with. The Yumu's already completed, and that's where I want to highlight some of these first item completions. We haven't even gotten first dragon, but we have gotten first items. Got that heart steel locked in and on, caught out by the top laner. ADC versus a top laner. Show me something different.
These are the small mistakes that TT make that make the game much harder than it needs to be. I get it on. You want to catch the wave. Probably really tough because the wall and the distance between the wall and the turret is still enough for Breathe to get the ultimate down. But dying like that, not even including the deaths that happened right before this play, just make the game so much harder, right? You give over gold to your opponent, yes, but it's just time on side lanes that you're not going to have access to. And because there's no dragon stacking, there's not even like a in-game built timer for you to be like, okay, in 5 minutes we're going to be moving to dragon. In, 10 minutes we're going to be looking at trying to set up a soul. None of that is on the table, and we're losing the lanes that are going to be supposed to make it easier for us to play lanes and play team fights later.
And I feel like we're hitting the flow state here for AL's composition and how they want to play. They are just roaming with Tarzan, Shanks, and Kael. And it is so incredibly lethal because they just have that engaged pressure from all 3 of them.
See if Shanks lives.
See if he can get out of this one. I don't think it's going to be possible. Power unleashed there. He's about 200 health down, and Junhao strikes him in the back with a spear. As Tarzan going for the counterplay in top side, trying to take down Keshi.
5 seconds.
Sidestepping. Here comes the engage. The Impale's there. Can Breathe do enough damage? Hop, skip, and a jump, and Keshi goes down to the boomerang.
If Keshi could have just lived a little bit longer, Junhao's ultimate was coming off of cooldown in the span of 8 seconds. Breathe and Tarzan find that kill, no play to happen, and because ThunderTalk decided to try to reinforce top lane, because they wanted to see if they could protect Keshi from the death, there's no dragon started. That could have been TT going from that kill into Shanks, moving into bottom lane, letting Feather and Junhao move into the jungle, get vision, and potentially start this, but that moment of hesitation, that decision to go top lane, cuts that at the heels. So now, you are AL, you're up almost 1,000 gold. You have a Heartsteel. You have 1 items completed across the board outside of top lane, and they're very strong first items. Trinity Force and Locket are untouchable.
Ooh. And the thing is the one place that was seemingly starting to garner some strength for TT now all of a sudden just feels like an even matchup that Breathe is going to be comfortable in. As he does need to be a little bit careful. Keshi's going to pop the Yumu's, trying to go for the 100-0 onto Mininar Breathe, but he's about to get Mega Gnar, and he could actually fight this one out. The health is not there, but the stun is. The wallop, the stun is not enough. It was all Keshi all day with the help of Junhao.
That's good. That's how much gold can we get? So much of this season, the gold has gone into turret plates and getting these bounties. So getting a first turret, ThunderTalk now slingshot themselves into the gold lead. Maybe they can take more control, but they want to just reinforce bottom lane, prevent more losses for this Ezreal, or for this Varus and Nautilus. Just barely out of vision on that one.
And now Tarzan's in trouble. They just got caught completely. Tarzan Was trying to steal away a little bit more. It goes down. Junhao now finds himself 3-0 on the Pantheon. This is the TT setup.
Junhao recalled and bought himself a Phage. If he gets a kill and does his blue, he's going to do his Raptors, he's going to do his Wolves. If he gets all of his topside camps and maybe a Rift Herald, he might just have Black Cleaver on the spot there. So that could be very, very nice. ThunderTalk now 1,500 gold up. And because we took Dragons so late, we're not even looking at any potential stacking to go against them. I like this spot. This is starting to come together. Weak early games into strong mid-game team fights. That has been the name of the game for ThunderTalk.
Well, that also brings with it a caveat. You have to be efficient in the execution of those team fights, because that has been where TT have faltered, and we've seen it even in game number 1. On can't be having those same mistakes as we saw earlier in this game and in game number 1. As now Junhao maybe caught in the same position Tarzan just was. He gets hit into the wall. The impale comes through, and I guess junglers just really like to die right there.
That's tough. That is maybe the worst case scenario, because now Jace can't farm. You see that Feather's trying to move in, but he's already too late. Kael's going to be able to stop him. Keshi, I hope you're okay with not having your flash this game, buddy.
Oh, doesn't even have the impale. Doesn't even really matter. Breathe gets Mega Gnar. He still gets the kill as well. Mid-wallop. And that's AL finding a side lane pick that we had set up. Needed to be found by TT with the comp that they have. Heru. Oh, Heru. He's going to die. Power kill. Unleashed. Oh, not enough, as he still has sub 200 health left. True shot barrage. Sniper cross. Feather calls it. Feather calls it. And he knows that it's coming.
It would have done no damage because I already hit Feather, and then it hit the Rift Herald, so then the thing does no damage when you're going AD as well. So AO are now going to be in a position where, because they killed 2 people bottom lane, they take the turret. Now there's an entire wave that ThunderTalk have to respond to, and AO are going to shift their focus to the Rift Herald, which in time is probably going to turn into 1 turret at least by itself, at least in terms of the gold that it's going to gain you, whether it's dropped in a fight or it's actually there for a structure. This is that seesaw that happens. You make a play on one side, it makes it so that ThunderTalk have to answer. Oh, and if you lose this fight,
Kael just pulls the engage. Oh, nice Chains of Corruption coming through there. Not much damage to follow through, as it does connect on a multi-members. TP coming in from Heru. TT want to fight. Rift Herald gonna reset here. AL need to be a bit careful. They just used their primary engage. They have no Magnet Storm now, and they'll back away.
Wow, very big win there for ThunderTalk. If they would have initiated a 4-on-4 in any kind of team fight and they lost, that's Rift Herald plus the gold gone. The game is just too hard to play at that point. Double teleports coming in from the soul laners.
Oh my god, no way.
Herald right now is going to be, there's Gnar, no Mega.
Tarzan looking for the impale, looks for it, gets scattered back, but here comes Shanks. Chains of Corruption. How you like them apples, as it's going to hit onto Keshi. Does get the double CC, and now Heru's caught out. Is he going to go down the boomerang, sink deep? That kill is going to go over to Hope, and now Hope is free firing on Caught as he goes down too. And just like that, TT felt like they had the forward hand, and they give over a potential quadra. No, it's just going to be a triple kill to Hope, and all of a sudden they have everything they want. It's been almost 3,000 gold change for AL in the span of about 3 minutes.
And now they get the Herald, which is going to turn even into more. They're going to get all of these plates, and then I look top lane. Breed's pushing in another wave. Clinical play coming in from AL. I mean, I said if TT take a fight around this Rift Herald with the objectives and the state of the map how it is, they were going to lose the game. And Mazel, I feel exactly that right now. It may have been pushed back by a minute, but I mean, you come into this fight, we're not even dealing that much damage to the Herald. It almost feels like we have to get this and then we're out, but Shanks, masterful flank. There's just nothing for them to do now. That is a max range Chains of Corruption landing from the Silas. They get the Herald on top of it and they get to chase them out. It's like literally the best of both worlds. And you got their TPs, the plays right before this.
Kael, man, put this man somewhere that he can at least show off this clinic that he's putting on. Like, between last game and this game, like, especially this game, his rel has been almost impeccable. Like, he has found some insane angles, and that's exactly the Kael that AL needs to lift them up here in split number 3. as TP's coming in. Dragon had spawned on, is just dying. He's going to have to flash, but he's still potentially going to die. The hop over the teammate. That's an alley-oop in League of Legends if I've ever seen one, as Bree about to go Mega wallop, but he's not going to get the Mega Gnar until he does onto Junhao. And there's 3 people dead for TT. That's about a 4,000 gold lead for AL. And Dragon, not even started by them, because why not?
Go Baron. We go Baron. It's 20 minutes now. We did that. We took a great team fight at the right time. I would have maybe said, hey, maybe we just go for objectives right now. Let's take a turret in mid lane. Looks like that was going to be the case. And now they get to start this up. It's Keshi and Heru. Does Pantheon have ult when he spawns in 10 seconds? But
BLG Juniors, they're here. It's TT now. Can they? Oh, Heru. Okay, he has the backup. Feather trying to save him. True Shot Barrage doesn't go wide. Honest here now. Baron's still being focused. I think Kael might not make it out alive. He does. Dredgeline connects. He's going to get some damage back. He's still healing. He's still shielding. He's not going to go. Okay, he finally does. That'll be 1 Baron buff down, and here comes the Grand Starfall. But instantly, they turn. They try to get the Mega Gnar, but it's on to Feather. Now Feather's down. Your frontal engage is gone. Tarzan getting low. Breathe going low too. Keshi looking for the finishing kills, and all of a sudden, TT chunk back.
TT, they get a they don't take the Baron. It's minus 1,700 gold. If TT can get this turret and the next, there's still objective bounties. Does it fall when they take this turret? No, it doesn't. They're going to get an objective bounty when they hit this dragon, and it's going to go down to 1,000 between them and AL. This is a huge swing. This is what this season is about. This is all about bounties. Can you collect them on the right members and the right structures? I have no notes for this fight. Like, we're on completely different sides between On and the rest of his team. He needs to be on that side. That's a big mistake for him, especially as a veteran of the league. This is what AL's team comp does. You are a short-range comp that has big wombos when it comes to team fights, and they did that perfectly. They layered it great.
And shout out to these tempo plays by TT, but specifically Junhao. It's been these Grand Starfalls on the back of these fights that have found so much value for them.
I would give a bit more praise over to Heru and Feather, even though their individual play, just having, again, these champions be so robust, allows you to make plays like this and be able to find positions where you're able to do things like this. I look at the gold. Top side, it's looking fine. Keshi, only 200 gold down, 300 gold here for Junhao, but the rest of the map is on fire, and there's no way for them to get gold as TT because all of the kills that they've gotten are members that don't have shutdown. Look at Hope. 5-0 and 3, 600 gold shutdown. If they can get him, this game is so much more playable.
On losing about half his health now. The Baron buff still in the negative for the power play. They were trying to knock down some of the outer turrets here, at least some of the inners now. This tier 2 turret will be taken down by Shanks. Take back a little bit more of that gold. We'll see if they can get it back to positive. Signs of life from TT, but they are barely holding on now.
Shanks is going to be able to TP back in if he really wants to. Looks like they're going to make a siege onto the inhibitor line, and we have 30 seconds on this Baron, so it's going to be the last wave we'll see them siege. After the Baron falls, that is a window where ThunderTalk could maybe look to try to start up a fight, but being down items just makes fights so difficult to play.
It's so tough, and you're just taking the siege right now. Nice stretch line, but it's going to be a 3-man Magnet Storm, and here comes Shanks to clean it up. He has depth charge, and he uses it onto On. That means that AL are going to move forward. On caught out, gets hit by the Abscon abduct, and that's going to be a double kill coming through for Hope. True Shot Barrage and the potential finishing touches for AL. They wanted 2 zeros back to back. They want to extend this spree, but here comes Junhao. Immediately gets Eastall's impact back into the team. He's trying his darndest, but he can't get anything. TP came in for Breathe as he's going to look to finish the game, and that's a full and total ace. A clean one for anyone's legend, and a clean series. Not even 50 minutes total for both games out. That is domination, and AL, they're truly back, baby.
That is a 45-minute game timer between both games. That is a very, very good job coming in from AL. I predicted that they would have a 2-0 tonight. I did not think it would be this clean. That's exactly the kind of style that I want to see from AL going forward as we continue on in the split.
Incredible stuff. Tarzan, Kael, God, it feels like we're in prime time for them again. Because you got to remember, like, while we've seen some struggles from this team, they also were running the league, it felt like, in terms of meta, but also the way that they played the map. And I think as a whole, AL really showed up on all 5 fronts
AL
today.
Are praying to whatever gods at Riot or whatever Riot developer was like, you know what, let's nerf some more of the enchanters. Let's make Rel come back into the meta. Let's have him. They're so thankful that this is a thing right now. Because I think if we were still playing an enchanter meta, if we were still playing things like Karma and Lulu and all of these things, this team would probably still look lost and would not be at a 5-1 series scoreline.
It's impressive stuff for them, and they continue their little win streak they've started to develop now as well, which is huge. That's 3 wins in a row, and it's not like, it's been easy competition, right? Like, they did lose to BLG. They were able to beat down Top Esports and JDG already. They still have some tough competition, obviously, the double round robin and Group Ascend, but if this is how they perform, this is the kind of AL that can really do some damage here in the regular season.
This would be a really good AL to see as we get into playoffs, but still ways
Long
away
way
from that happening.
Yeah.
They're almost done with the halfway point of the split. They're 5-1 now, so they played almost every single opponent outside of WE, and then they're gonna have to do the second round robin. But coming in at 5-1 is still a very good spot to be in if you're at the halfway point. Thank you to your producer for sharing this. 11-3 in game score. I know that they've played one more series in BLG, but that's really damn good.
It is. It really is. And they are starting to solidify themselves. Like, there's a lot of games, obviously, but we're starting to see a little bit of separation in that group. You do wonder, is it going to be a BLG AL top 2 yet again, like we've already seen sometime this year? So I do wonder, or I guess last year. I do wonder, though, how much that consistency can come through, because I know that's something we've talked about for AL in the past as well.
AL is consistent. They're just boring, right? Like, they don't have the clutch factor. Like, I still have yet to see this team in like a tough spot in Game 5 outside of Tarzan, like, punch through and really make a big splash. We get glimpses of it. Like, we got to see the Silas there from Shanks was really schmoovin' on some of the spells there, but it's the same team that we've seen even with a new top laner. They don't have the best laning phase. Like, I think if you look at all of these, if you look at Breathe, Shanks, and Hope plus Kael, they're probably like middle of the pack in their role for laning phases across the board. That has kind of been the name of the game for AL. They just have a strong leader in jungle, and they have good playmaking between jungle support. That has been really, really their style so far.
Yeah. Well, let's turn the looking glass a little bit here, Alk, because it's tough for TT. 1-4 now.
Yeah.
They weren't able to keep their streak up of getting a single game win against a top team. What do we need to see different from this? It felt like they had decent drafts. It felt like execution a little bit on the back end was tough.
Yeah.
What fixes this team in time to make a run?
I mean, they have, I wouldn't say they have infinite time, but they have at least until, when does the split end? They have until the 23rd of this month.
3 more weeks. Yeah.
They have 3 more weeks before the end of the split. Every single team in Group Ascend is not up for elimination. They'll play a play-in series if you're 7th or 8th. So you'll play against a team against like Nirvana. I think for ThunderTalk, the most respectable thing we could do right now is say, like, okay, we had decent drafts. It was very clearly the gameplay that ended up kind of backfiring. We got out of our lanes, and okay, so we didn't respond very well to them showing up on top side one of these angles. We didn't really do a great job of incorporating our AD carry. Like, on this whole series looked super lost.
It was so bad. Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, so
tough to
and
watch.
he is supposed to be one of their most consistent pieces, both due to his tenure in the LPL and just what we have seen from him on this team. So I would probably I kind of just go back to saying, like, okay, maybe On just had a bad day, right? Like, hey, I played like a 2 out of 10 today, or maybe like a 4 out of 10 if you're being super generous. We'll just get a better game. I'll play better next time. I'll play better next week. Or tomorrow. They played the WE tomorrow.
I was gonna say they literally play next day. So quick refresh, quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pretty proud of AL again. Probably some of the most dominant games I've seen so far this split. It's like 45 minutes for 2 games is insanely fast. Especially with again, like you were highlighting the game, the comeback mechanics and things like that. We can really get extended games. So AL really closing the door on that one. And just like we said, if we want to run the graphic while we have some time too, which we don't.
No, we got post-game stuff.
Tarzan showed he can do both in a 2-game series. Got the Nefiri.
Played Nefiri.
Went Skarner.
There you go. Get you a man who can do both.
Yeah.
Or get you a man who can do one thing really, really well. You know.
Just get you a man.
Are usually very famous. It doesn't have to be a man. Just get you somebody. Get you somebody.
It's a Mang. I don't know if that's a man.
All right, taking a look at this post game.
Look at that dip. Look at it's like a nice little trip to the pond.
It's the minus 3,000 gold Baron.
The tempo gameplay for TT. It's the TT tempo talk. There you go.
There we go. I'm not like super surprised at this. Like, I look at these numbers. I'm like, yeah, sure. Shared damage numbers for Shanks. I'm kind of surprised that Shanks has 27% of his team's damage when you're playing into Nocturne, or you're playing into Nautilus, Pantheon, Syndra, Varus. Like, usually as a Silas, you won't have the health bar to sustain that, but the solo kill helps, and state of the game that they were playing in, very, very good. Player of the game,
this
player
one
of the
though,
series.
Man.
I mean, it's the very first one.
Disgusting. Disgusting. I will say, I'll give it to Heru. He did not do that again. He actually got the combo every time after that. So
Heartbreak Central here, man. Just how does my Nautilus steal this kill? I respect the hell out of Keshi for taking the flash, by the way, because if he doesn't flash there, Gnar probably gets out. He has to flash to get the shock blast to get into melee range.
God, they're gonna
and then the
continue
teleport
this?
out. Yep, this is I think Varus getting solo killed.
Yeah, this is when On gets pulled back. Yeah.
It's just like too many bad plays in a row, right? If it was just Breathe dying and then Feather dying in trade, that would be really awesome.
Oh, 2 in a row. No.
Yep. Yeah. It's like, okay, we win for the dive. We made it happen. We won 1-for-1. Then my AD carry dies. It's like, okay, crap. Okay, fine, whatever. And then he walks back to lane into the Gnar, and he dies again. And then, like, if only one half of this explanation had happened, we would be so copacetic if you're TT.
Also love some of the teamwork. A lot of double bounces off of the Skarner back. This one, though, Shanks able to find a really good angle. All it did was really delay the exit, but it set up the rest of AL so perfectly.
They just get the chase, man. Like, Kael on Rel.
On Rel.
Honestly,
oof.
He might get MVP for this game, and then player of the series is probably still going over to Tarzan.
Yeah.
This Rel was just everywhere and in the right place at the right time. That is the part of the game that I think I'm most impressed with.
Yeah, some of the angles Kael finds on these engagers, it's so therapeutic, I guess, to see somebody find that efficiency on a champ like that. And I know we're going to be seeing a lot more of those engagers. Obviously, we've already seen it a lot here as this split, but glad to see AL are in full form like that. Any before we get going to the man of match and player of the game, any final thoughts?
I'm happy that AL won, mostly because I predicted it, so I was like, you know, we're sticking true. I was making a joke during the off time here that I was like, I did my like expensive predictions earlier, where I was like, okay, TT can win against JDG and WE will win versus BLG. Neither of those things happened, so I'm like, okay, we're going back to stock standard. You know,
gotta get that win percentage up.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I took my risk. My, mitigatable amount of risk there with the predictions. Like, we'll go back to the safe licks.
I like your vote. I think Kael player of the game, Tarzan player of the match. I think it's pretty good. I think maybe I could see a couple votes for Hope, potentially.
It's Shanks.
It's Shanks.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Everybody hates supports. It's fine.
Yeah, sports don't deserve honors anyway. It's fine.
Yes, they do, Alk. Yes, they do.
No, I'm looking at the MVPs right now. The only people that have the only person in the entire league that has an MVP vote for player of the game. Can you guess who it is?
Ooh.
It's one person. They have one vote. Yes, it is on.
Hey, I got it right.
So the only support that has a vote at this time.
That's crazy.
And that is going to continue to be the case.
Dude, they really do just hate supports. You'd think AI would have their back, but I guess not.
I can't believe me and the AI are aligned on this one. Computer, generate me a player of the series that says Tarzan, just so you can be 4 out of...
Just do it.
Yeah, just give me that one. But
well, that was player of the game, right? Now we still have player of the match. Don't we?
Yeah, Shanks has one as well. That was player of the game, and player of the series will come up afterwards. But we don't have to worry about that, Lennon. You know why? Because we're going to have a second pair of casters come on. We're going to have a second series.
But look at that. We want to see the player of the series?
No, that's for the break. That's for the...
Come on, it's right there.
It's player of the... It's Tarzan. We already knew it was going to be Tarzan, man. He has 4. He has the most out of any player. Yeah. He didn't die on the Neferi game, right? So...
My GOAT, 07... the general of AL. We're not going to watch all this, or I guess you can in the break. But yeah, great series from AL. Incredible to see. I really hope they can keep this form here. It's been a pleasure to cast this one with you, Alk. Thank you so much for filling in. But that is not it for the LPL today. We still have 2 more series. LGD versus Top Esports is next.